And we're back. So, I guess it's going to be a part 1 and part 2, but that's all right. Part 1, we talked about under 50 and 50 to 100 and a couple of outliers. So, to recap that, TRN Conch wins the under 50 just by a nose. Also, just by a nose, we've got the Simgot EA500, winner of the $50 to $100 category. From $100 to $150, it was again, it was a crazy fight. I think I had, at least a half a dozen to, sort of compare, but it came down to these two. Truthear Nova, which you're looking at in front of you right now, which is a single dynamic 4BA configuration. And that went up against the ULIM by Kontinum. And this competition was crazy. ULIM comes with a really nice 3.5 millimeter terminated black cable. I have switched it over to my usual 4.4 Pentacon. And yeah, it's a triple win cable. I think this actually might be modular. Yeah, it is. Anyway, my preference. And these guys also went head to head with the Symphonium hybrid ear tips as well on both of them. And as you can see by the order, the winner was the ULIM. Again, by just a little tiny hair's breadth, it won. And I'm gonna give, here we go, main difference between the two and why the ULIM won. The ULIM's got crazy micro detail retrieval. It's not far ahead of the Truthear Nova, but it's ahead by enough to win it. And I'll give you the reason why. It has just a little bit more resolve and a little bit more detail, is because there's more bass on the Nova. So that's my preference. And even though I'm a bass head, this had plenty of bass. It was just the quality of the bass was better on the ULIM. The quantity of the bass was greater on the Nova. So in terms of balanced sets, the ULIM won. And for me, the ULIM won. Even though I love me some bass, the Nova was just a little bit too much, and it detracted from the rest of it. That being said, the Nova is a freaking amazing set, and I think that everybody would agree on that. You'll also see the cable has been swapped out on the Nova too. I haven't done a review of this. I will get into some more detail with it. I did do a review on the ULIM, which you can go back and look at. Love that set. So anyway, 100 to 150. These are the two. The ULIM wins. That's $120. Very close second is the Truthear Nova, and this sits right at 100. So it's important to shop, guys. Like, it's important to be patient, wait for sales, wait for deals. I was able to pick up the Nova for just over 100 during, I think it was Black Friday. No, it was 11/11 on AliExpress. I paid like $101.50 for the Nova, which is a hell of a deal, honestly. And I just got the ULIM on Amazon, and it was a $10 off coupon for it, so that was $110. So these guys were literally, actually the ULIM was more expensive by a shade. So, all right, there's our 100 to 150, and then for the final, here we go. Underneath here is the winner of the $150 plus category for me. It is also the IEM of the year for 2023 for me personally. We'll start with the Kiwi Ears Quintet, the runner-up. What an amazing set this is. Truly just awesome. So much detail, so much resolution, everything in its right place. Like literally, just beautifully balanced. Things just sound right on the Kiwi Ears Quintet. I wouldn't even have these had it not been for a Discord member. I can't remember if it was on Zeos's Discord or if it was on headphones.com. One of the two. I was toying around with buying the Dunu SA6 Mark II for $580. And I was hemming and hawing about it because it's a lot of money to spend on IEMs. At least it is for me. I think it is for most people. A member chimed in. He's like, hey, look, try out the Kiwi Ears Quintet, and you're basically going to get what the Dunu SA6 Mark II is, but you're going to save almost $300 in doing so. Now, that's not to say these are as good as the Mark II, the SA6 Mark II, because I don't know, because I've never heard them. But what I have heard is freaking amazing on the Kiwi Ears. Between this and the Cadenza at 35, and I guess the Quartet is excellent. I haven't heard that either. They have the Melody, which is their planar for under $100. They had a wonderful year, and they should be really proud of what they've done. And just because they didn't win it all on my channel, they actually did win the IEM of the year on HBB's Bad Guy Good Audio channel. So he just unveiled that, and the Quintet was the winner. Well deserved, I will say. For my winner, easy. Timmy from Gizaudio and Binary Acoustics Chopin. The best IEM that I own. And it's kind of close, but not super close. Here's what sets these guys apart. I love the Pelican case too. So basically, you take all of the technical prowess of the Quintet, and you take all of the energy of the Truthear Nova, and you get this. You get the Chopin. It is a brilliant IEM. I mean, it just rocks. I did a full review of it, so I'm not going to go into all the details, but for me, it was the best IEM that was released in the past year. And I know it didn't make a lot of lists, and I think maybe because the list started like right as the Chopin was being released, it hadn't been reviewed yet, whatever, back beginning of November, I think is when they came out, somewhere around there. So I think it just missed consideration for a lot of people for this year. And that's a shame, because honestly, I think unless you get into the upper 100s, meaning like SA6 Mark II and up, like Monarch Mark III, Clairvoyance, like there are lots of things that probably would be considered as good or maybe even slightly better than the Chopin, but you have to get to like $600 and up, I think, to get there. So congratulations to Timmy and Binary Acoustics. I hope Binary puts some more stuff out in the US anyway, because they might be more internationally. I hadn't heard of them before this. So the Chopin wins. And so far as the runner-up for IEM of the year for 2023, for me, also a late release, and that is the ULIM by Kontinum. That was released at the end of October of this year. So there you go. Just beats the Quintet by a nose, and the reason is that it just has, I think, a little bit more energy to it. So those are your winners, guys. Chopin, IEM of the year. Best IEM, $100 to $150. The ULIM takes up the runner-up for IEM of the year for me. And that is going to do it for my top 10/10 most interesting ranked, I don't know what you want to call it. It wasn't really a ranking, but I can give you at least top 2 for the entire year, and that's the Chopin at 1 and the ULIM at number 2. I guess I'll throw a 3 on there. And the 3 is the EA500 from Simgot. So there you go. If you're going to spend some money, these are sure bets. $200 for the Chopin, available Hi-Fi Go, Amazon. $120 for the ULIM, available on Amazon. And I know the EA600 is available in a lot of different places, but it is available on Amazon as well. And I believe that asking price was right around $79. I'll double check when I link it to the description. These guys will be linked as the top 3 IEMs for 2023 for Bangs Audio Reviews. I hope you guys are having a wonderful holiday season. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for your subscriptions, your comments, for supporting this channel in the ways that you do. I'm hoping 2024 will be a big year for this channel. And with that, I wish you a wonderful, wonderful beginning of the new year, and peace.